This is episode 1 of my brand new series where I'll review your CV completely for free. If you want to get involved, drop me a DM so I can give you the next steps in the process. So we're starting off with a super strong CV from someone who's already graduated and done really well academically, but also in terms of both their work experience and extracurriculars. I do think there are a couple of things we can tweak to take this CV to the next level. The first thing I'd say is that formatting is everything. In today's world, people's attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, so we need to streamline this CV to make it as easy on the eye as possible. I'd personally say that it's looking just a bit too cluttered in places, especially towards the end of the work experience. We haven't got enough white space there. My recommendation for this one would be to move the person's role onto the same line as the name of their company, get rid of the location in which they worked, and then therefore shove the dates in which they worked up a line as well. It's good that they're including buzzwords like market research and industry analysis, but those alone are a bit generic. They need to probably add an extra half sentence or so to actually give those buzzwords meaning by saying what they actually did in a little bit more detail. Another thing that I really like about this CV is that they're talking about the impact that they had and quantifying that as well. Just look in this second bullet point where they mention that they've authored 3 investment reports worth $2.25 million and that these reports were sent as deal updates. I do think they could be a little bit more eloquent in the way that they're getting across. Rather than using, let's say, got sent, I think they could have written something like semicolon, provided as deal updates to limited partners. Moving on now to the person's extracurricular activities section. And by the way, if you do want me to do a more comprehensive CV review of your CV, that's completely possible. Just go click the link in my bio and schedule in a session with me. Anyway, this person has put down their extracurricular activities section. I would instead write leadership positions because in my opinion, firms are looking for their future leaders. And so I think it's a good idea to go and make those skills explicit and really bolster that section out, potentially even removing a bit of work experience from this person's CV and adding in a little bit more leadership instead. Finally, let's take a look at this person's skills and interests. It's again really good. They've got lots of things going for them, but I do think we can streamline this a little bit. I would get rid of affiliations because I don't think it really adds that much value as someone applying for a grad job. And also in terms of interests, and actually more generally when it comes to your CV, I always think that you should lead with your strongest characteristic. So for example, where this person has listed their interests for any sort of financial firm, probably the strongest thing that they're looking for out of all the interests listed are the person's communication skills, which are being represented by debating, especially the fact that they got 20+ national level competition qualifications. So that is probably their strongest interest and what I think they should lead that section with.